everybody, it's Christine. I'm here to do my weekly wrap-up, and I didn't get a whole lot read last week. When we moved in this house almost 2 years ago now, we just kind of threw everything where it would fit, and so this weekend we started organizing and cleaning stuff out, and so it's almost like spring cleaning before spring. So that's what we did this weekend. So first off, I read Charming the Prince by Teresa Medeiros, and it's the yellow one, but it's a glare, so I'll get a... You just get... There we go. And, excuse me, it is a retelling, sort of Cinderella, and it's book 1 in the Fairy Tales trilogy, I think it's called. And instead of having 2 bad stepsisters, she has like 6 or 10 step brothers and sisters. So she gets, her father gets an offer to sell off his daughter to this prince, and it's cute, but she thinks she's going to get away from all these children and having to take care of them, and when she gets to the prince, he's got several children. So she's like, really? And it's cute. The interactions between her and the kids and the prince and his manservant are hilarious. I was rolling reading it. I ended up giving it, I believe, a 4. It was just really cute. So I'm looking forward to the book 2. Sorry. And then the second one I finished off was, it was originally a trilogy, but it is not. It's, I think, a book, 4 or 5 books in it now, and it's like, this ebook has the trilogy in it, but it's the first one, and it's Untraceable by Laura Griffin. And heads up, if you're going to read this, find the books, the 2 books. They're called the Glass Sisters duology so far. The first one is Thread of Fear. Read those 2 first, because they have characters in it that are main characters in this one. And this book talks about some backstory when they meet, and you really should read those 2 books first. I tried to find them, and my library doesn't have an e-copy. It doesn't have a physical copy, so I had to just go with this one. And this is part of my Triple RC challenge of read something off of somebody else's bookshelf, so there's that one. It's really good. It's suspense mystery with a little bit of romance in it, and I like the romance because it was a slow burn romance. They had met like several months before, and yeah, so what is her name now? She's a private investigator, and her specialty is making people disappear, which means she sets them up with new IDs, stuff like that. And the one girl that she had helped get lost, her husband's looking for her. And on the cop's side, the one that she's in love with, which is Nathan, he is looking into a rash of murders. And yeah, there was a shocking twist at the end. But I thought it was really good. I gave it a 4 as well. The problem I had with it was, and I think this is all ebook problems, and I've noticed it in a couple of ebooks, that there's no break when there's a change of scene. Like in, you get this break right here. Well, there's none in the ebooks, and when you're reading it, it's quite jarring when you're reading and something like a person pops up and they're not even in the scene, and then you realize that, darn, it's a new scene, and it's just, you have to continually go back and read it, which drives me nuts. That's one of the reasons I hate ebooks. But when I can only get them as ebooks, then I have to read them. And The other problem, oh, what was it? I think that was it. I know sorry, my words today. I know I wrote 2 problems in my Goodreads review, so if you want to check out that, my link for Goodreads will be down below. But nothing major really. Like that was, and I think has to do with the ebooks. So those are the 2 that I finished. So I'm continuing to read Confessions of a Shopaholic by Sophie Kinsella. I read like, that much in 2 hours last night. It's cute, but it's also annoying. Becky, main character, tends to be a little bit on the airheaded side. When people are talking to her, she's constantly dreaming of what she could do with all this money, and it's annoying. It's cute in the sense that she really is trying to save money and not spend, and it's just not working for her. And then she tries to justify her spending. Like if it's an investment, then it's okay to spend hundreds of dollars. And it's cute, but when she's constantly dreaming, when people are trying to talk to her, it's like, really, wake up. So yeah, I'm liking it, but it's annoying. So, on to what I'm going to be reading. I did not start Lilac Girls because I felt that it's just too soon yet. I don't like taking too much time to read a book because then I cannot immerse myself into it. So, I've decided to pick up Animal Magnetism by Jill Shalvis. It's the book 1 in, I don't know if it's Animal Love or Animal Something series. And I've never read Jill Shalvis, but this is for my Triple RC challenge. And then I'm going to pick up Eden Burning by Elizabeth Lowell, again, for my Triple R challenge. And this is having to do with, I think it's Jennifer Hayburn. I'm not sure on that, but there's an author that they're spotlighting, and my library has no books on her. So the other option for that challenge is to find a book that kind of coincides with the author, like her profession or where she grew up. And she grew up in Hawaii, so this one takes place in Hawaii. So, and it's, large print, so it shouldn't be too much to read. After that, I don't know. I like to keep it kind of random. So that is what I'm doing this week and what I read last week. Yeah, I haven't even been watching videos that much. It's just, I'm kind of not taking a step back, but trying not to be so immersed in it because I have other things to do right now. So, we'll see. Yeah, so let me know what you're reading this week, what you plan on reading, what you read, if you read these books. Yeah. Hope everybody has a wonderful week. Bye.